Hello, Pisces.
And welcome to your Astroflower bonus reading. This is going to be a clarification on the weekly reading. If you haven't seen that, it will be pinned in the comments below. And we're going to be looking at basically how the solar activity, the vibrations upon this earth that affect your chakras and your aura system and affects obviously your emotions and the life around you. And we will be clarifying the cards according to the changes in the elements and the qualities within your sign, according to the solar vibrations. I have done a complete energy update on Cymatic TV, which is our sister channel, which is also linked in the description below. So please go down there. After you've subscribed and clicked the bell to this channel, you can subscribe and click the bell to that channel if you so desire. It'd be quite nice. So let's just see how this has been affecting the emotions or the elements within your life. We've had, as I say, we've had several solar flares, which you might well see here, coming in this sort of direction of the Earth, and it's been affecting basically the water and earth. So water, which is the emotional side of life, which is obviously your sign, and you are a pure water sign. You're the only pure water sign. And it's been affecting the water in respects that it makes it a little bit thinner. So you may have less enthusiasm emotionally for life at the moment. And if it does pick your emotions, if it does sting your emotions, you're going to be, you might well be very steamy, as it were, and so your emotions might might change to steam very quickly. With the Earth, it's been compressing the Earth, so making life a little bit harder, which is not too bad for you because you've only got two elements of Earth within you, and that's mainly how your guides go between the two, so they'll be acting very tight together. The other elements that has been affecting in a very positive way is firstly air, which has been making the air very clear and very speedy mental activity, but mainly it's been affecting that fire, and you do actually have a lot of fire going through you, with 5 elements of fire through you, which is quite a lot, which you can see in the tables in the Astroflower books. And see how these affect your rhythms in your life according to where you are and what year, your date of birth, and etc., according to solar cycles. So let's just have a quick look here. This is the reading of what you had from last week, from this weekend, for this week that we're going through at this present time. And as I say, it's going to be affecting those fire and water combinations. And if you look carefully at the base of your flower, you have water and fire on petals 1, 2, and 3, with that fire running up through you and crossing air just below your petal 10. So this Justice card that you have right in the center of you, which is all to do about you and your interior of you, of how you are. You may be in a stage now where you've come through your birthday, things are starting to do work, so you're starting to develop your 9-month rhythm, which is the most basic rhythm within us. You've come out of your autumn, you're now into winter, and you're starting planting your seeds. And this Justice card may give you that edge where you'll be able to say, no, these things are no longer working for me. I need to do this in a different way. So once you started putting those plans out, it's a case of tweaking them to working what really is productive for you, what helps you, what helps you emotionally, but also on the physical sort of side of life. And above that, in petal 10, you have the sun. So this is where you're heading, and your interaction with the outside world. You just want it to be fun by the looks of it, and which is really good at the moment. And at the base of that petal there, and at the tip of that Justice card, you've got the crossing of fire and air. So you may feel, and this is the same for all air and water signs, you may feel that life is really bubbly and there's a lot going on around you or just under the surface. And it's going to encourage that sun to shine in your life. With that cardinal fire that comes up through you, which comes from your neighbor, who is also a pure sign, the Aries. It comes up round that petal 3, which you have the Ten of Swords. Now, this is where the Justice card comes into play. The Ten of Swords is coming to the end of something that's not really worked for you. It might be quite painful to stop and to deal with. And being just within yourself will allow you to have that freedom and that space in order for that sun to really sort of really speak to you and allow it to manifest within your life. On petals 5 and 7, 8 and 9, so that's the 8 of Pentacles on the right hand side, which is petal 5, and petal 7, which is the Queen of Wands. And then above that, you've got the 8 of Wands and the 2 of Wands. So there's a lot of wands going on there, a lot of fire, and that is connected with a lot of fire around it, certainly at its base and the interior of these cards. And it's sort of saying to you, within the emotional world, the guides, as I say, you've only got that bit of earth that goes between those two petals, between 5 and 8 and 7 and 9. So your guides are basically, they're pulling rank. That's what they're doing. They're pulling rank and sort of saying, no, this is how it's going to be. We know what we know in regards to the 8 of Pentacles, and we'll be able to bring in those messages as quickly as we possibly can. They might have been slowed down a bit because we've got that earth and water on the outside. So that may be a little bit slower on that aspect of those messages coming in. And it certainly will be reflected in the 2 of Wands on the left-hand side, where you think the physical journey may be taking time to put into place. If that is the case, get on with the idea of cutting out that dead wood within your life, because that will help the material world go on. So that's that Justice card that we come back to. And in the interior, you have of that Justice card, you have that cardinal water at its base mixed with fixed fire. So it's the constant passion from that king, from the emperor, which is in petal 2, which is basically allowing your passions for the emotional side of life or your spiritual side of life to be constant and non-stop, not overpowering, but not underpowering or wavering either. Just constantly moving on through. And that will join up with that cardinal fire at the top, which will make you, which will allow you to use that sword within the Justice card to actually cut and sort out the chaff from the wheat. Okay, so it's basically the vibrations from the sun and the vibrations coming through the earth at the moment are asking you really to concentrate on what is good for you, to actually apply your justice liberally within your life. Okay, we will be doing a lot more readings, so you will have to subscribe and click that bell to see these sort of readings coming up on our channel, so you get notifications on all new videos. We will obviously have the weekend, the weeklies coming out, but we're looking at doing some other stuff on this channel according to my daytime job, which is to do with my healing. I do that on a regular basis every week, and how I've noticed how it's been affecting different signs, basically. So we're going to be having that coming up at some point. We're trying to put that in place at the moment on this channel. So don't forget to subscribe and click that bell so you get all of these new information coming through for you. In the meantime, Pisces, don't forget, life should be fun, so please do enjoy.